Welcome back. We are joined by Tyler Bell. How are you, Tyler?
Fantastic. We're gonna make a mid-century modern chair out of steel.
It's gonna be a good time. Let's thank our sponsor. Today's episode is sponsored by Native, and I've been using their deodorants for about a year. What's really cool is they've just come out with some brand new packaging. This tube is completely plastic-free, made 100% from paperboard sourced from managed forests. Native is great because it's not sticky, it dries quickly, and with its convenient form factor, it's perfect for when you're on the go. With Native, you don't have to worry about the longevity of smelling good, because they've got you covered for the entire day. I can be out there in the forge getting sweaty. I can forge for hours and still smell like citrus and herbal musk, which is fabulous. Or charcoal, which smells incredible and is kind of ironic. We use gas forges. The cucumber and mint is also very pleasant. They've got a ton of different scent choices, and all of their deodorants are aluminium, paraben, and sulfate free. They got natural ingredients like coconut oil and shea butter. They're vegan friendly and even ship free within the US. You can get 3 plastic free deodorants for 25% off. They're usually $39 for the 3. You can get them for $29 when you use Alec4, code Alec4 at checkout. Go to the link down below, get that 3-pack, and thank you to Native for sponsoring this video. Let's jump back in. I don't know if you know this. I think some of the viewers might know this, but when I was a wee little lad, I actually kind of got my start of making things with wood, because my father was a hobbyist green woodworker at the time, and so from, you know, teeny weeny little Alec, I was working with a draw knife and making furniture and stuff like that.
Cool.
And so this is perfect, because I've always wanted to make wooden furniture out of steel, and you came to me with this idea.
Absolutely. That's one thing I love doing, is taking something wood, making it out of steel. I wanted to do a forged piece of furniture. You're the guy, so I reached out to you.
It works fantastically. This is what we're thinking. This is the design that you've whipped up in Fusion 360.
Yes.
It looks amazing. Look at that beautiful armchair. It's inspired by this armchair, which is just gorgeous. The lines on it are incredible. And we get to recreate that in steel. We get to take this hard, unforgiving material that's usually not what you build comfortable furniture from, and we get to build comfortable furniture from it.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's gonna be a good time. So we're gonna do some brainstorming and then see what we've got material-wise. Alright, so we've been to the steel supplier. We have some 3-inch round because they had nothing closer, but that's okay. We've also got our seat backing material. What we don't have is a lit forge. Woo-hoo! Who's ever made a chair leg?
That is half a chair.
This chair needs 2 chair legs that big. It's ridiculous. We got plenty of time while that steel is heating up. This is the 1/8-inch sheet. We're gonna start cutting out the seat. That's right. So I forged out 2 big chunky rectangles, which at a steel supplier that had the stock you could buy, so that was a good use of an afternoon. while I've been doing this, what have you been doing, Tyler?
I started prototyping the seat and the backrest for the chair out of this 1/8 plate. So Alec had an idea of cutting a bunch of reliefs so that when you sit on it, it kind of has some give, and then it allows us to roll it without a sheet roller.
That's right. So this is kind of cool. It's a test piece.
Very cool, yeah.
What we've learned is that when you make one single long cut, you get some flex. When you don't make a single long cut but you interrupt it, you don't get some flex. And I think it's the long cut that's the winner. What do you think?
I agree. I think with the felt on top, you're not gonna have any problem with pinching, and it'll still give you that give.
But do we do it with a plasma torch or do we do it with the angle grinder?
I think the torch is much cleaner.
I have a ton more forging to do.
Cool.
Do you want to maybe take that plate and just prep it, start making some cuts?
Let's do it, yeah.
Outstanding. I'm actually working on a few fabricating things instead of going straight to the forge. I'm cutting these bits of 1¼ round, and I'm going to be welding a bit of this 1¼ round to both ends of the bars we forged out. That means I have a way of holding the bars no matter which orientation they are. And while I'm here welding, I'm also taking this offcut from Will's Fairbanks power hammer dies. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with the other series we have going on at the moment. Well, Jason at Fireball Tools had to cut up that material that Will had, and Will's kindly given me a scrap to use for a power hammer flatter. You're gonna see more on this power hammer flatter later. It's gonna be invaluable in this project. Right now, let's get these bits welded on, and then it's back in the fire. One of the things that's really cool about the craft of blacksmithing is it's very difficult to actually talk and communicate using human words. And what I love is that we're like 4 or 5 or 6 heats in to doing some teamwork while we're forging. And I'm here forging, you're waiting for me to say, put the flatter on the steel. And literally all I do is I do like this head movement, this like slightly strange head movement, and you're like, oh, clearly he wants the flatter on the steel.
We're on the same wavelength.
Exactly. It's cool, it's a lovely part of forging where there's so much communication that goes on with body language. We'll get to working, you know, where you're swinging a sledgehammer for me later down in this project, and it's the same type of thing. I'm not going to tell you when to hit it. You're going to see based on my posture, based on like the intonation of my head, you're going to all of a sudden be like, oh yeah, I got to hit it now. And you'll get this intuition for when is the right time to do something. Forging is cool. You don't need to speak to make stuff happen. It's kind of fun too, right?
Absolutely, so much fun.
Yeah? You're gonna feel this like 300 pounds of force just go through this flatter.
Unreal, dude.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
have a look at this. We have ourselves 2 forged front legs from 3-inch round. We have this nice isolation, and I think we're having a pretty good time. Isn't this fun?
So fun.
Oh, so, with the front legs drawn out,
It can only mean there is one more thing to do. 2 more things to do. Number 1, I need you to go subscribe to Tyler Bell Makes on YouTube. Go do that right now. And number 2, we gotta thank today's sponsor, because they help make all of this happen. Thank you to Native. Use code ALEC4 at checkout for 25% off.